Alright, let's do one little drafty poo. And then play a game or two. Big Druid? Nah, that's alright. We'll play Hunter. Let's see what Hunter has in store for us. Librarian is a playable card. The other two are not. Wow, we got a Mountain Bear. Gangplank is good. Carrier is not. Mountain Bear is just insane, right? I don't know I can't tell you last time I drafted one of these. I haven't been playing a ton of Hunter, but if I was getting those all the time, I would draft more Hunter. Scalebane's nice. I think Aim Shot is okay. Puffer I just don't really like in the classes that can't equip a weapon or attack with their hero power. You know, pick 15 or 20. If you've already got 2 or 3 weapons, you could maybe run it, but I wouldn't take it over Scalebane. You got Candle Shot, it's a little more viable for sure. I like Quick Shot a lot, but I think Candle Shot is just nice. It's nice, it's 1 mana, deal 3, you can throw them all face if the game dictates that, or you can, you know, get 3 pings and not take a buttload of damage. This card's really cool. I actually like all 3 of these. Polish Ham. Thank you so much, Polish Ham and Naf. I appreciate you guys being here. I do like Naga Giant. I don't really like it with our start. I probably don't like it in Hunter. Brave Archer. I actually like this card, but I'd rather know that I have a bad, extremely tempo-focused deck before I took it. Panda is just a good card. It's the best card here. And you can get Ramming Mount. What is it called? Ramming Mount? You get the Immune Mount, which is kind of insane. Merc loves Owl. Not a big fan myself. I like Infest, although the card's probably not very good. Well, not probably. That card's definitely not good. 3 mana to like maybe draw 2 or 3 later. It's not good. But I think Rodent's Nest is actually a really strong card when it synergizes with your deck. I think it's a really strong card. Without it, I think it's a good card. This card is a lot of stats for 4 mana, where you're getting what, 7 worth of stats for 4 mana. Sometimes they bump it and bunker it. Sometimes you don't curve out and you're playing a 4 mana 2/2 that you gotta wait a while before it does anything, and it can be pretty punishing. But if you curve out and play a Rodent's Nest, man, it's hard to deal with that. Baker's unplayable. Freezing Trap is awesome. I think Mothership is enough better than Freezing Trap that even though it's a cool class card we don't get to play with too much, we'll take a Mothership. But I do love Freezing. I think sometimes you just lose to Freezing. You have to attack and hope it's not freezing, and then it is freezing, and then you lose. It goes both ways, right? So sometimes you just play it and win. 2 mana to kill your opponent's Mothership or their Mountain Bear or their Scalebane is just absurd. Because it's effectively killing it, because then they have a 7 mana 5/5 in their hand. You never want to play that again. So it's like it kills it. Razor Jaw is fine. Treasure Guard is fine. I think Stubborn Suspect is a little bit better than fine. Not a little bit. It's a lot better than fine. It's like a 6. It's like a 5. This is like a 4. It's early, so I don't really care about the curve. Baker, garbage. Summon a beast from your deck that costs 5 or less, which currently pulls nothing, which is actually kind of good. Because you can skew your curve in a way where maybe you pass on cheap beasts and take 4 or 5 cost beasts. But I don't want that necessarily. I do like the art a lot. I'm just going to take a Direwolf and be responsible. We have a Rodent's Nest already. I actually really like this card. Maybe not in a Hunter that still lacks a spell. We can discover one. We're going to go second a lot, of course, so we're going to have a coin. I like this card more than I thought I would. I didn't think that card would be playable, and I think in a lot of classes it's good, and you actively want to take it. Depends on, the stage of your draft and your class and what it's up against, but I mean, I don't want it here, but I like that card a lot. Happy reviews have gone up. We got rated by Crip, which is very kind of him. I do like Viper. Beasts matter a little bit, but man, I just don't think you should be drafting passing Merchant ever, pretty much. Like, there's like probably like 10 cards maybe in each class you would probably want to take over Merchant, depending on what's in your deck and what your curve needs are. Like, it might be a smaller number than that depending on those factors. Happy to take it too. I'm a fan of Beetle. I like Beetle. The other cards suck, so it's a little easier. Corporal's insane, and it's the pick. If you've cast a spell, your next spell casts twice. Well, we don't have any spells, so casting our spells twice doesn't seem great. Honestly, I love Dire Frenzy. I just think it's fun, and it enables some fun synergies. We don't have any of them right now. I guess Mountain Bear, but it's like, you can't cast them both in the same turn. I think we'll just take the Corporal and rip to the Dire Frenzy. Not really sure what's like the most fun card you could put in your deck, but I just like that. I like that effect. Love the Trawler, hate the Camel, despise the Rider. We'll take Camel over Rider for sure. Trawlers are just a good pickup for 2. This is interesting. Diver's fine. Juggler's good. I mean, they're all good. I think I just like Diver. It just, yeah, does stuff. Kills things. Merchant's insane and Hunter. I haven't found any classes where Merchant's not insane. It's like a 3 mana 3/4 basically with tradable. And the tradable is insane. A 3 mana 3/4 with tradable is insane. And anytime you get a 4/5 on curve or a 5/6 on 4, or you drop a 7/8 on turn 9 or whatever, like it's for 3 mana, it's just insane. The card's absurd. I'm gonna take a Ram here because I want to take some class cards. I hate Piper. I think Juggler and this are probably comparable in some ways, but maybe we play Ram and then get a 5 mana Mountain Bear. That's kind of cool, right? Poo. And this card really underperforms these days, but I think it's better than these still. Please let it be better. Come on, poor Bog Creeper, my baby boy. I could see a Mana Saber being the pick here. Do want to get a couple extra beasts. Being able to, go first and play a Mana Saber and follow it up with a Mothership, or go second and play a Mana Saber and attack and then coin out a Mountain Bear the next turn is kind of really valuable. Just feels great having Dredge. I love Dredge, and it is cool and it is fun, so I'm going to take it. Trash here, we'll take a Pit Fighter. Not trash. Pit Fighter's like a 5 out of 6. 5 out of 10. It's a 5/6, 5 out of 10. It's a card you can play, but I don't think you want to go out of your way to draft it. Yeti, underwhelming. Springtrap. We passed the freezing. If I had a freezing and I don't know, there's not a ton of great secrets here. Snake and freezing, maybe Wandering Monster, but even then it's probably not better than either of these cards. It can only hit minions, which is a little barf in Hunter. I think Whelp Bonker's underrated, although I don't necessarily want it in my Hunter deck, but I think a 3-drop that helps you, oh my god! I think a 3-drop that helps you cycle through your deck is better than a card that you don't want to add to your deck, which is what I think that 4 mana spell was. Yeti you could take, but I've got a couple of like Dirt Elite 4-drops already, so I don't really need it. Call of the Wild is it's one of the best cards ever made. Card's insane. The other cards are unplayable, but man, that card's a crazy card. You get 9 mana worth of card, but you also get 3 cards. You get 9 mana worth of 3 cards out of 1 card for 8 mana, which is just nuts to think about that this card came out 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years, I don't know, whenever that came out. And there's no randomness. There's no you might roll 3 Mishas when you need a Huffer. Like, you know exactly what you're getting. You know exactly how much your board's gonna buff. You know you're gonna get a taunt. You know you're gonna get a 5 damage charge. They nerfed this to 9, and then when it rotated, or eventually they nerfed it, or they buffed it back to 8. They reverted it back to 8. This card is crazy. I hate the art though. They don't look like the regular, that doesn't look like the regular Animal Companions. Yeah, this is a super iconic card. One of my favorite cards of all time. Really happy to just see it. Let's take a Cloaked Huntress. I think a 3/4 is better than another Direwolf. You can still hero power, yeah. So they nerfed it to 9 and you couldn't hero power, which meant you couldn't deal 7 from here. with one card, but going back to 8, like you can just burst for 7 damage, which is like a Pyroblast. It's like really close to a Pyroblast that summons 3 minions, and that's if you had nothing else on board. The Leok can sometimes, you know, whatever, maybe get 11 damage in 1 turn or whatever with the hero power, or like 15 damage with a full board or whatever. Some weird shit can happen. The thing that I think sometimes people don't value is like, oh yeah, whatever. If you spend 3 cards to Animal Companion, like you just don't have that many cards. If you have a card that creates multiple minions, those are the cards that win the game. When you watch the streamers complain and whine, or when you win a game or you lose a game, you're not sure why you lost. A lot of times it's because Mothership came and killed your Cobalt and then dropped 2 minions, so you're down 2 cards. Or because Call of the Wild came down and summoned 3 minions, and then you top decked a card and you played a Bog Creeper, and your opponent played 3 cards when they only drew 1. Like those type of effects are really how games are won and lost a lot of the time. Speaking of, I want that Saber. I have 2 Dredge and I'm taking it, baby. Oh no, what is that, Barf? Your spells are poisonous. Come on, dude, I was all excited. I have no spells. My spells are all minions. I think I want Maiden over Dragonhawk. Dragonhawk can suck my dragon, you know what? On 10, yeah, I'm with you. I don't want Maiden, but whatever. Gangplank's really strong. Slime Scale's better for a curve, but it's just really nice to have one of these, I think. I actually like Stockade. These are pretty unplayable. I've seen some streamers kind of lament getting offered this card. I think it's great. I've not drafted a single deck where I haven't been happy to have Stockade. It's a 2-mana Fukin 5/4. I don't care when it comes out. You know, if it doesn't undormant until 3 or 4 or 5, I don't care. I spent 2 mana, I got a 5/4. Yeah, if you top deck it on turn 15 or whatever and you can't activate it, sure, that sucks. But I would argue that if I top deck, you know, Direwolf on an empty board on turn 15, I just lose the game the same amount of time, right? If you have early game cards this powerful, they will just absolutely warp the game. Ball of Spiders might be the worst card of all time that I kind of want to draft. This card should summon, at the very least, 3 2/2 spiders. I get it, they're web spinners. Make it cost 5. If it cost 5, I would never draft it. But if it costs 6, it's the worst card of all time. Stockades is underwhelming, and it's nice to have a card deadly that can kill a Moarg when you're dominating or whatever. I like 1 deadly. Spring Paw's nice. Quick Shot's nice too. I think they're both good. Spring Paw's good with the Prisoner and the Alpha. And the, I'm sure something else. Merchant and the Call of the Wild for the extra 2 damage from the rush. Barf over here. I think we take the 2 drop Barf. And finally, probably Raid Boss would be my guess. Dang. Alright, Reef Walker's a fine card. These are terrible. I would never take these cards at any point. If I was offered a Naval Mine, I would take a Naval Mine over both of these easily. Easily. They give you random beasts, so it's a value card. I know what they do. I know it doesn't give you 6/1/1s. It's the worst card because it's 6 mana, summon 3 1/1s, give you 3 random. It's not the worst card, but it's awful, man. That card is terrible. That card is terrible. I wonder what its win rate is. Oh my god. God, you get half the stats of a Knight Captain while removing nothing for 1 more mana and possibly drawing a Helmet Hermit or whatever. It has to be abysmal. Web? What is it called? Ball of Spiders. 40% played win rate, which is actually kind of close to average in Hunter. But I would argue that it's probably a contributing factor for Hunter sucking so much copious D. Anybody who drafts that card. Earth Arena has Ball of Spiders rated as average. Yeah, it looks like it performs actually a lot closer to average than horrible. But maybe just every card has a 40% played win rate in that class. Like, if you just play any card and you'll just lose and it doesn't matter what it is. Someone's asking, I know you know. I didn't know. I thought it would be worse than that, honestly. But it's hard to gauge. When a class's win rate is that low, it gets really hard to, like, just take a removal spell. I have infinite. I have, like, all these minions that do nothing. It's hard to gauge sometimes how good or bad cards can be because, like, everything just lowers your win rate. Like, just playing the class probably lowers the win rate of the cards. Rats of Extraordinary Size is a better version of that. I'm gonna choke. Yeah, it's a little bit better. That card is incredible. Rats of Extraordinary Size is probably in the top 10 Hunter cards, I would imagine. Played win rate or deck win rate. I'll be very surprised if it ain't. Minus Legendary's top 8. Rats. 54.4%, which means nothing, but in the context, hold on. Let me try to. Rats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 9th highest performing card in Hunter. And that's counting Ysera, Goliath, Sneeds, King Crush, Prester, Hydralodon, and not in any order. Call of the Wild, which is actually above most of these cards we just mentioned. I will not coin because I want to coin out the. I'll give him one card. It's fine. But yeah, rats is great. The problem is rats are in 6% of decks. So good luck. 1 out of every 20 hunters will have a card that can win a game rate. New wager? I'm not gonna finish this one, so I'm not gonna start a new bet right now. If any mods do, we can. Take a quick shot. But I'm not gonna finish this run, I don't think. With the most completely average, nothing special rogue, 12, no kind of shock, no recons, no blood in the waters. 90% neutral, just tempo. I really like rogue this meta. Not that I think it's so good, but I think it's really fun. Really fun. Like you kind of get rewarded for playing rogue. Maybe not in wins, but definitely in your mental experience. Also, this deck's gonna do well. This is gonna be our best performing hunter of the night, of the meta for sure. How'd the busted Demon Hunter go? Only 11. You suck. I've always argued, particularly in the last year or two, that it matters far more what's in your opponent's deck than what's in your deck. Now you want a good deck and you want to play well, but if your opponent raid bosses you, your good deck might go 0-1. Or if your opponent plays Miracle Growth into Miracle Growth into Miracle Growth, then you might be assed out, right? Just don't want to get completely farmed by this card. So trade, whereas the call will help clear that quite easily, but it's fine. If it's off the board, we might push a ton. It's a fun hunter deck, yeah. I'm really optimistic. Maybe, you know, to my detriment, but I'm very optimistic that the micro adjustments or whatever are going to help a lot, making the band classes more viable. What I'm really optimistic about is just seeing something different and having it be fun. Like when this set came out, and I'm still having fun, don't get me wrong. Like like without micro adjustments, when a new set comes out and we get an arena rotation, it feels so big and so impactful for me, you know, doing this 7 or 8 hours a day every day. But the micro adjustments at least kind of give you that semblance of a feeling where you're like, oh, okay, like, yeah, there's new cards for me to utilize. Or, hey, I wonder what the, you know, the offering rates are going to be, or whatever. You can convince yourself of any type of interesting interactions. I beat 4 druids in a row to end the run. They all had multiple power cards. I think Big Game Hunter was my best card in some spots. I love having one in every deck right now. I don't think I've been offered a single BGH in 120 drafts this meta. I don't think I've been offered one. So I'm not sure how I could ever conceivably have one in any deck, or how much I'd enjoy having it. But yeah, BGH, when it hits, it hits. The problem with things like BGH are like there's so many cards that do like exactly what BGH does, but they don't have so many limitations. Like you could just, so I got hit by Spawn of Deathwing into Spawn of Deathwing today, and it killed my Kraken and like my Moarg or something, and it was like, okay, yeah, BGH would have been good, but they had 12 power and I was at 13 and I died the next turn. So it's like, well, yeah, I mean, if I could have one or the other, sure, but it's like I'd rather have that, or Night Captain, where it's like, okay, well, I need to kill that 9/3. Oh, thank God I have a BGH. Well, they're just gonna Night Captain your guy anyway, or whatever. I don't know. Natalie's gone now. Shadow Word Death on a stick is pretty good. It's not Shadow Word Death though, it's way worse than Shadow Word Death, because you can't hit a 6/6 and you can't hit a 5/5. You can't buff a 4/4 to +1/+1 and BGH it. Not that, again, BGH is a bad card, but I think it's a bad card. But any card that hits is great. Like when a card does its optimal thing, then yeah, it's good. But problem is you are going to sit on BGH a lot of the time, and there are other alternatives for most decks that do sort of the same thing, but cheaper and more efficiently, or less conditionally, or just, again, you know, Spawn of Deathwing would basically do the same thing. It's not the exact same, I know. I don't need to figure out next turn. I have a plan. Been offered it so often. I wonder what is the most, everybody's playing Druid, so you get the best data looking at a Druid. Big Game Hunter. It's been played 2,900 times. It's in 3% of decks, so like whatever, 1 out of 30, 1 out of 35 or so. What other cards are in 3% of decks? Let's see. What does it feel like? Legendaries like Goliath, their wing commander, which, yeah, maybe I've been offered once or twice, maybe. I kind of meant to just get mad and throw that on the board. He said an epic? Whisper of the Old Gods. I feel like I've been offered a fair amount of whispers. They're all played about the same. What else is down there? Grand Crusader. I guess like I could probably count on one hand the amount of Grand Crusaders I've been offered. That seems about right.
Want the plague? Gladly.
Wait, am I getting coins or he's getting coins? I don't want to give him coins. That's crap, dude. He should get nothing.
Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
This is a party!
I lost the game because I couldn't draw a 4 or lower cost card by turn 4 when I had 20 of them. 20? That stinks. You can play 2 abusive sergeants and then BGH them. Not if it's a 2/2. Not if it's a 2/2 you have to kill, and not if it's a 2/4 like Slime Scale Diver. I want to play this. Is that dumb? Maybe. Well, he's basically dead. He's at 28 already? Wow. If Smelly played Magic, he would have no hair left on his body. He'd save a fortune in laser hair removal treatments. Interesting when you pick a hero for Arena. Maybe you could pick a hero never to face. I don't know. Would that be good? Everyone would pick Druid and everyone would pick to not pick Druid. So Druids would just be playing Druids all the time. Or any deck that wasn't a Druid. You would really just be playing Druid the whole time, right? I think. I really want to crack this. But I just don't have quite enough. What the fuck? Why did they spawn over there? Why did I not ping him? This deck is really strong. I wish we had gotten this one earlier. Hit. No. Hit. No. I need to clear my board.
Caution, hot. Caution, hot.
Did I fuck it up? Did I do like the world's crappiest positioning? I feel like I don't. Everything's just auto-spawning to the right. Call of the Wild and Mothership is all I played since that sucker hit the board. I don't feel like this was my fault. Nice top deck. Me? I don't need Mothership. I've got the Omega Mothership. This card's way better than Mothership. Okay, maybe that's not true. It's better than Mothership some amount of the time. What a hero power. I don't need a hero power. Next turn. Oh, Mark Shot? Great. Another, I don't think Mark Shot has ever been cast and not got Call of the Wild when they're both in the meta. I don't think it's ever happened, so I'm really excited. I'm excited about it. No, dude, come on. Don't do this. Don't do this, man. Please. Sounds like you need to learn how to draw better. You can't become a 9.4 arena god otherwise. Why did we let Dreads go 9.4 ever? Now we have to hear about it every day for the rest of our wretched lives. Let's rock, chat. See the power of the ball of spiders. And how are you gonna make a ball out of 3 spiders? You need like 7 spiders, dude. Doesn't even make sense. It should be called like a couple of spiders. Card's stupid. Stupid. Dumb. It's dumb. We're doing it. Dude, I love this card. I don't know what it does. What does it do? Trigger a death rattle? Greetings. Dude, look at the value. Infinite value. Nearly. Nearly infinite when you think about it. Princess Huaran. Give her my crab size clothes. The plague scientist with that puffer? What a weak guy. More value. Got all these every crappy beast ever printed. That Princess Huaran used to be a good arena card. I just want to throw that out there for any, any old hats here, or maybe any new Zoomers. A 5-mana 6/5 used to be a good card. It used to be a good card. Back in my day, we got 5-mana 5/5s and we liked it. You can see the dude overwhelming spider presence. Seems pretty clear that they lost because of the spiders, yeah. Should be fill your board with web spinners. It should be fill your opponent's house with spiders. Can be transferred through the computer. They get scared. The rope burns. Skip a turn. Deck is the nuts. It's a good deck. I mean, we're not gonna go 12-0 or anything, but we're definitely gonna win more games than some of the decks tonight, and more games than most Hunter decks will be capable of. Such a cheap curve. I feel like we can just dredge that stuff up to the top. Was our last opponent arachnophobic? Oh my god. Fell for it. Let's watch this play. That's it. Coin a corporal, pray. Pray it lives. Pray you get some divine shields. I gotta do a little candle shot. It's alright. Yeah, baby, that's good. You might coin. No, I'd coin. You might play like a He might play a, I don't know what he could play here. Full-blown evil? Yeah, it's fine, we'll whack it. Good play. I always talk about it. Every time I get this card, I think, I hate it. But at least it kills corporals, and then I play it and I kill someone else's corporal and I like it.
Let's see. What do I take?
4 mana 3/3 rush. Or this thing. Do I have another way? I do have another way to dredge. I think it's kind of low impact. Nah, that's not true. It's not low impact. We have a direwolf. It's got to be pretty good, actually. Jumanji Online multiplayer expansion. If you die in Hearthstone, you die in real life. What did I put on top of one drop? It's actually kind of bad. Okay, you know what I can do? I can play this here. I can play this here. I can whack there, slap there, push 6. What I'd really like is if I could hero power this turn. I could squeeze in 2 more damage for 1 mana, that'd be cool. I just lost about 4 hours playing Vampire Survivors. It was really similar to being blackout drunk. I'm vaguely aware that I had fun and time has passed. Sounds like the stream itself.
Let's see. What do I take?
So what am I doing here? This depends on what I draw in many ways. Putting him to 10 on my turn 5? Going second, that's insane. Not a lot of games play out that way. Now's the time to pick up a mothership, or who knows. He might be dead. He might have like a Hellfire or something that doesn't really do shit. Vampire Survivors is so good. I like that game. Best $3 I've ever spent. Asmodee's been playing a lot. I know Dread and Cantaloupe were playing. That's cool. What the fuck? My whole Twitch chat spazzed out. It took me back like 7 hours. Did anybody message me? Who is this person? What are they talking about? Sorry, my mom's texting me. I don't know if she's here right now. What happened? Oh, stupid bread baker. Okay, let's play this, and shoot, and slap, and I might as well trade something. And it feels, you know what, maybe I should have. Well, I have the silence. The 2 damage kind of matters if he plays a taunt. And a lot of the board clears deal damage to him. Hellfire and Abyssal Enforcer and whatnot. So like the extra base damage is kind of good. Right?
You never knew you wanted.
And then now you can swing before a taunt hits. So he has to heal again, which is not impossible.
I hope this fits on the
But is it the same game that was sponsoring streamers before? I don't think I've seen anybody sponsored by that particular game. They could pay me and I would play it. Well, maybe. I mean, it looks fun. You know, I only play the most... Oh my god, what the hell is that? I don't know, I just caught a flying bug and smushed it. I don't know how I did that. I must have entered some sort of inebriation zone, or it was a poorly evolved, it's a poorly adapted flying bug, which could be caught by anything and smushed by a bozo. Hunter's nice. Hunter's awful. This Hunter deck is nice though.
Tavish versus Illidan.
The Legion.
Is that streamer meat? It could be.
Before mine.
You got any loot on you?
You used your prehensile tongue. Alright. It moves so quickly, we didn't see it. Maybe I'm just overly adapted. I can see that. I could see being like gig adapted. I can't hear when my phone goes off during the stream. Also, my mom sends me messages. It's just my mom. And then they just disappear. I think it's her phone. I don't know if my mom's listening, but it would really be cool if I could ever, like, if the messages she sent me ever stayed. How does a phone, why would it disappear?
Got something to hide?
12-0 deck? Probably not. We're not gonna finish it, okay?
I got in. I can get out.
The minute we drop below 1,000 viewers, we're done. We're done, so I'm never coming back either.
A foe.
The fuck is that card? Maybe we play. Is she deleting them? No. Tell her to try WhatsApp. She uses WhatsApp, or at least she used to. She likes WhatsApp. I don't have WhatsApp anymore. She actually likes it because she has a little track phone. She's probably watching right now. I'm not talking trash or anything. She's got one of those track phones and she pays for like minutes and texts. And she's like, oh, don't text me on my phone. She's like, I only have 15,000 text messages left. And it's like, okay, well, I don't think anybody in human history will ever... This is his turn 4. This is my turn 3. It's like, I don't think anybody in human history will ever be able to compete with this amount of... I could send a message every minute for the rest of my life. I probably couldn't use them all up.
Let's see. What do I
WhatsApp is the way, especially if you're a green text pleb. Don't know what a green text pleb is, but my mom might be very upset to hear that from you, Alez of all people. Only thing I can kill, I can only kill one. I have to take more damage, but I put a buttload of stats on the board this turn. And I put a 2-3 on top of my deck, so that's kind of cool. Renting phones? We're all renting phones until we go back into the dirt. Oh. This is why no decks are 12-0 decks, unless you're his deck. Because they just clear your board. They just abyssal you for 5 mana. Kill a 4-4. Like, we had no hope. We had such a strong start, and we're dead. Just dead. We're at 1 on turn 5. And we played a 2 mana 5-4, a Beetle, a Reef Walker, 3 mana 6. What was that thing? 6-7 or some shit, dude. Yuck. If you're a Demon Hunter with Shark, you would be fine. Yeah, that's true. You could respond to that for sure. 5, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 1, 5. I got a rush? What did I get? No, I didn't get a rush. Oh, I got an amalgam. Is it delayed? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's close. When you see like that delay in the turn, you know you got an amalgam. The amalgams, for whatever reason, take a while.
Not bad.
Seems like the Demon Hunter deck Dreads would have wanted. I mean, it's the Demon Hunter deck that Dreads would have wanted, yeah. I'm about to play a 3 mana Drake Fire. I'm gonna play until we get one more win, and then I think we're gonna call it, okay? So, just... Glaive and Scales are the most common things you see. Hunter doesn't feel so hot, yeah. I mean, our Hunter deck is great, and it getting 3 wins is probably, like, it being as good as it is probably why we got 3 wins, let alone started 3-0. But yeah, Druids with infinite draw and heal and rush, and Demon Hunters with infinite draw and heal and AoE do kind of make Hunters even worse, even when you have a good deck, right? Misplay? No. No, we played perfectly, but had 0 chance based off of going second and our opponent playing all their cards by turn 6 or whatever. I need a 3-drop quite badly, though. It's 3. There's another Dredge on the bottom of our deck, which means Saber's just never gonna work. We at least get to curve out though, and that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Trade? Trade. It's a 3 mana 4/5. It's better than a 4 mana 3/3 in a lot of ways. Hey, Fleetwood. Wait, I know Fleetwood. Didn't he used to stream? Or he hung out in streams a lot? I was a mega greedy with my keep. I kept Arcane Brilliance and a Barbaric Sorceress. Yeah, I'm glad that worked out. Trade, trade. Let's be responsible and kill this guy so he doesn't Battle Master us or something. Or who knows, and kill us 2 turns from now. Hey, we're chipping away at some life, right? He's overloaded, so he's got 3 mana, we've got a Mothership.
Well met.
Isn't Fleetwood like one of Chiba's friends, maybe? Maybe I'm making that up.
Want the plague? Gladly.
7 mana. We can play a taunt. I mean, he's just gonna wreck this. So let's play this, and hero power, because none of our cards do anything against these, and we gotta squeeze a hero power in, and maybe we can call a wild or something. Ooh, Fleetwood? You're not cool with Fleetwood? I always curse word. I always kind of like compared or remembered Fleetwood, Chibatron, curse word. He was known for doing, he used to stream, he was known for doing the slowest drafts in arena history. Chiba's still trying to finish this draft from like 2 weeks ago. If I recall.
Inside voices, please.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All the while going face and we're praying he ain't got any healing. I don't know, that might be dumb. This thing's gonna kill you pretty quick. But he's got this turn to do it, right? He's gotta clear it. Well, we should have traded. He'd be at 12, we'd hit there. We get a Mountain Bear and start hero powering. We're just never gonna kill this card now. Curse Words is still around? I don't know Fleetwood, but I talk to Curse Words all the time still. Oh, who was the other guy? 3 Chains? You talk to 3 Chains? Oh, he always had Goonies emotes. I always liked that. It was like his emotes were like sloth. Trade. Any of you ever stay in a hostel before? I'm wondering what it's like. My buddy, I never did, but my buddy Eric went to Europe and stayed in a hostel. Yeah, that's a bummer. Part of this was our fault. Okay, we're fucked. That's the punish, I guess. Some healing and a board clear. Alright, new plan. Kill his shitter and start the game over and be happy we drew a good draw. My buddy Eric stayed in one. He really liked it. I think he ended up like making friends with the other people that stayed in the hostel. And then they like met up somewhere else later. Like when they came... Thanks for the sub and the TrackPhone sponsorship or the advertisement. Thanks. I'm telling you, my own mom, that's my real mom. You text me and I see that I got a text and I can read it and then I open it and it's gone. Sometimes you write things and I have no idea what you're talking about because they're just gone. But thank you for the resub. Thank you very much. Yeah, I imagine it would be kind of fun. You know you can call and ask. I talked to my mom yesterday. Are you talking to me? I mean, I can't call my mom at 4 in the morning. Could, but she probably would be more upset about that than anything. Just call? Everybody's talking to me? I mean, I called my mom 2 days ago. I had to get my arse off the couch and log on to the computer. It took Mo 3 hours to clean it. Like, he wiped it with wipes, or he like ran like a program to take the smut off of it. Is your mom in the cartel? Yeah, I don't know. She really prefers those. Is he dead? Oh my god, if he doesn't roll a taunt, maybe he's dead? Actually win? If he doesn't roll a taunt? That's unfortunate. But what if I draw Mothership? Ran a program. Most things are working now. Nice. He probably added a virus. Les is so funny, and he's very clever. You used to call me on my on my track phone. Late night when I need my mom. And the video is just like all these ladies shaking their arses. That's a good video. I mean, speak from an artistic sense, I think they really did a good job. It's very funny though. It's a joke of the night for sure. And thanks for the 25 bits. Yo-yos don't call me on my track phone. And mom doesn't get it though, Les. You got any jokes about Cat Stevens you can write that she might enjoy maybe? Please. All right, I'm gonna go pee. And then, I can't breathe. It's good. That's a damn good joke. It's a Les character. He's too funny, man. He's too funny for his own good. All right, we'll play one more game. Maybe two. Oh, man, I'm getting dizzy, though. I get it. No, you don't. All right, explain it. When I come back, I want to read your interpretation of it. Alright, what the hell? I thought I queued up. What the heck? Alright, well, here we go. Here we go again. Mom didn't write anything. Shouldn't explain the joke. Smarties, more like farties. That's what your breath smells like. Talking to poet, probably. We have the gamut of humanity in this channel. All the way from the most sophisticated, most educated and gesticulate, all the way down to the most Neanderthal, full diaper wearing son of a bitch, real strategy gaming. He got everybody. I hated that guy. I mean, I don't hate him. I didn't like him though. He was a turd. Quote, I don't have any cheese because my feet are all bit up by spiders. I think those were mosquitoes in retrospect. I think there was like one mosquito in my house that was chewing me up. Coining with 3s are actually kind of good against this monster. Oh, animal's nice. Man, I love Dragon's Bane Shot too. I feel like we might have time for it. But he can't just free kill my guy, and then when I play this, I can't ping it, so I don't like that.
The calm before the storm.
Oh, I'll do that. Thank you very much. You gotta do what your mama says. Your mama says open the Pokemon packs, you gotta do it. Does anybody ever donate any money that I can spend on anything other than Pokemon packs? Because the electric company is getting quite mad. The building manager says I owe them rent money, but I keep telling them. My boss, Twitch chat, I don't explain that part.
Yeah.
My boss says I have to spend the money on Pokemon cards. Go figure, but thank you very much for the 400 bits. Thank you for not giving them to Dexter as well. I'm just slapping him with an infinite Dragon Bane. Les donated 25 to shut up for me. Did he?
Let's give him a wolf's welcome.
I could put on a diaper if it helps. Well, I'm not gonna say it helps, but I also ain't gonna say that it hurts. Sometimes you can spend money on cheese, sometimes, right? But when do we spend money on electricity and rent, and we pay back those who look to break our thumbs for money misspent in our youth? What's your landlord gonna do? Probably buy Pokemon cards. I know, so I'm just like, here, just take these. They're worth 37 cents. I spent $300 on them. Okay, those were actually sent to me by J-Kill. They're worth the world to me. With another more accurate sense, not that much. Bulk them out. I have a pet mosquito. Feed him every day. I called him Bob. Maya Bulgaria? That's not true. You're a lying sack of detritus, and thanks for being here. Love having you here today, man. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Rent is such a hostile arrangement. Yeah, it kind of is, huh? They should just give me free rent. No! No! Wait, is that good? I mean, whatever. Sure. Be a huge dick. So I like playing really fast. One, because plays are pretty straightforward. Why do this and this and this when you can do this and this? But it also puts less pressure on your opponent, or more pressure on your opponent, who may have less time to think through their play. It's like, oh, I just figured out last turn. What's going on now? And I'm all like, hey, take your time, man. Burn the rope if you need to burn the rope.
The courage of man shall not fail.
What the fuck, dude? That doesn't do shit. I mean, if those are your only plays, then sure. Just can't imagine that this ain't the right play.
No snitch.
Human beings got nervous and invented rent. A friend on the downfalls of the nervous system. What? I won a game yesterday because the opponent boomered an attack. People wrote me constantly. Well, you're always stream sniping dreads though, right? And yeah, of course, the Giga Boomer himself is gonna, you know, do that type of nefarious shit. And I love Hunter. I wish Hunter was more viable. Oh no, I meant to play this one. That was a mistake. I wish Hunter was more viable. The cat jumped in the way. This damn cat. I don't know. Sometimes the cats jump in front of you. Front of candle bows or whatever that is. I should stream snipe you. Good luck. I mean, wait, actually, don't do that. You will have a decidedly huge advantage stream sniping me. I just beat a 3 Colossal Druid at 0 and 1. I feel like they should give me 12 win rewards for that. I think they should too. Sometimes it feels like that, right? Where it's like, oh, I went 3 and 3, but I beat a triple Colossal. My mom's laughing. She doesn't even know how to play the game. She doesn't even know how to play this wretched game. In fact, I'm learning too. How is she gonna know? However, my mom, I think, said she was thinking of streaming the NES Classic Thunder and Thunder and Lightning, her favorite game of all time. You know the one. Shooting the missiles, bouncing the big, bouncing the big thing. Killing those baby turtles. My mom always hated those baby turtles. Your mom likes seeing you rage. Did no one pay the last prediction? No, this is for this one. Oh, what? No, this is for this bet, isn't it? Oh god, Zelda, be careful. You might want to just delete it, because I can't remember what we're betting on. I paid one of them out, but I may have paid the wrong one out. There may have been a strong uprising in chat. No, okay. Well, I guess you're in charge now. It's the Zelda show. Alright, well, it's a Zelda show. I wish I had a picture of Zelda I just bring on right now. You'd probably be mad, but god, it would be great. No, I bet for the last one. No, this is, what are you talking about? Okay, how do you check? Prediction close 2 hours ago? Oh fuck, I think I messed up. 2 hours? Last tech took a big dump, I know that. There are pictures in the Discord. Of what? Oh, of Dex, oh my god. Of Zelda, yes, of course. Yeah, I know, I didn't save them. I don't save those. Oh my god, there's a picture of Bert with a dog though. I love that guy. Bert's pretty cool. Bert's pretty cool too. He's okay. Hey, where haven't we seen Bert very much? You ever show the original dog poop in the mouth thing? X-ray on poop. No, I didn't show that. Why is that buffed? It's watered? Okay.
Inside voices, please.
No, where is that? My mom's been sending me a bunch of photos. I sent you sent me a picture of your husband and I when I was a baby, and he was my age. Just kind of scary to think about how soon it'll be that I too will be dead. I mean, you guys won't be dead. You guys will probably die after me, but I'm gonna play this. Oh, take the call all day. Give me a call. So to post the same few pics over and over. It's like he's catfishing us, yeah. It's like the guy that he has trapped in his basement. No. Double no, dude. A druid bull crap going on here, man. I hate this fucking game. Except I'm about to love it right now, and I want some more of it. Not the worst roll. Didn't roll a sheep while I'm ahead on board. I need to hear this story. She can message you in DMs or whatever. She photoshopped some weird photo. That's a 4 mana 8/8. It's quartered. It's watered. It's watered and it's watered. This is such a good draw, but also kind of useless. But at the very least, his peasant ain't living. Oh, freezing. Dude, if I could heal both. Explorer's hat's near infinite value. I thought I mean like +5/+5 or something. This has to be good. If I could kill that man. Oh dear, I can't. So whatever. Let him do his worst. I'm just never gonna get I'm not gonna get this with that, which is what I want.
Mind if I roll knee?
I don't need
That'll be good too. All of his cards are humongoloid, so maybe that's fine. He pushes 8. I think taking a minion off the board is like half the battle, right? Because it just helps isolate minions for the freezing trap. And both of these are phenomenal to throw back. That's bad for me. Pay prediction, 1 guy's out. I checked the bots.
Best seats ever.
1? Oh, 0 to 3? Oh, we went like 2 or something, maybe? Okay, so we kind of get kecked on this. We're never getting the big minion. We're kind of getting screwed. This Druid deck's... I fucking hate Druid, dude, right now. So fucking annoying. Okay, pay... Alright, you went 3. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, fine. Alright. Don't blame me. Blame Zelda for us paying the correct people out. Why? We were almost okay there. Not okay, but... Gosh, he almost had to use, like, something ineffectively. He played it well.
Not bad.
Druids are just oppressive. Zelda can bet? Zelda can only bet if he doesn't make the prediction. All the mods can bet. When it first came out, mods couldn't bet at all. And then like a month or 2 in, they made it so if the mods didn't make the prediction themselves, I think, they could bet. But then they can't pay it out. Like if they bet, then they can't pay it out. And only, I'm assuming a mod that didn't bet could, or me. Or maybe it's just me, I'm not sure. I can bet even in the predictions I create. Oh, okay, maybe, yeah, but then you can't pay it out, maybe, right? Is how it is, maybe. I just can't bet and pay them out, okay. Which is dumb, because, like, why would I have a mod? I thought that was so dumb. Because why would I have a mod that I wouldn't trust to, like, pay out the bets accurately as a world-famous arena streamer? Why would I... Like, oh, what if Zelda pays out the fart points incorrectly? Oh, no. Who cares? Non-betting mods can pay out, too. That's good. Hey, no Night Rainbow today. I missed that dude. He's got a good mentality. He seems like a good guy. He's got like a good outlook on life. Why do you have Queenie as a mod? I think because Les told me I had to mod her. And I think he said, like, you know, I don't know. They probably worked in they probably colluded. Is that a word?
Blessings to you.
Great to meet you.
Okay, but like scamming people or like making a mistake, those are different things, first off. And I haven't heard about this great, you know, also 3 million parts, okay? In Tice's channel, they're called like, you know, happy time points or something. What are they called? They're called something else. They're not called farts over there. They're not called farts universally all over the community. They're called tea leaves. Has he ever drank tea in his life? I can read the tea leaves. This is made up. This is gibberish. My friend Tice. Friend Tice he's debating you guys. Is this what I wanted? Tea leaves, of course. I have over 150 million in his channel. Nighthawk, hey, thanks so much for the prime. Do you ever drink tea? Bro, do you even drink tea? When Tyson and I go get lunch next Tuesday, I'm gonna ask him, I'm gonna see what he orders. I'll be like, hey, what do you want to order? Soda pop? Sparkling water?
Like a
We'll see. We'll put his tea leaves to the test. This one should definitely have Divine Shield. This one should probably not. You worm, he lives for tea. Has he ever drunk tea? WTF, have you ever watched Dice? Yes, once. I watch Dice all the time, you fool. I do. It's like 5 deliveries a stream, all tea. Do you even know what a delivery is? The other day, you didn't know how to mail letters in America. You didn't even know how it worked. And Tice is over in, you know, the Netherlands. Probably even have less info about that particular area of the world. It's tea time at 2 with Tice every day. Yeah? Alright. Story kind of checks out. One thing is for certain though, Zelda is certainly wrong in calling them farts. What kind of sick son of a guns over here where Zelda, he's got problems. I've been to the only tea plantation in Europe. You write some stuff and lick some stuff and lick some stuff and they just take that shit to somewhere else? Yeah, but in Alez's world, where Alez comes from, which I learned, Danzig, is you can send a mess. I could send it to you, and if I don't lick the right stuff, if I don't stick the right stuff, they'll send it. What did he say? I don't know what he said. They'll like still deliver it to you or something, but they'll like give you like a stern talking to or something. I don't know what he was talking about. It's crazy, man. I don't know where Les even lives. He lives in Nottingham Forest or something. It's his birthday, so he drinks extra tea today. He got a birthday present, which is a big barrel of tea leaves. God. His birthday it is. It's Tice's birthday stream. Remember, Simi was here yesterday, and she said she wouldn't tell us what she's getting him for his birthday. Which I thought was, I mean, we could have got the inside scoop. I thought Simi was my friend. But no, she didn't even tell us what she got him for his birthday. Did you buy him any fucking tea? I sent him some tea, actually. Some TS, which is what we call in America tough shit, Liz. It's time to live. It's time to wean him off the tea. I've been drinking too much. I've been watching so much Tice. He's got so much tea, it'll make your head spin. He's addicted, and I'm worried about my friend. Worried about my friend. She bought him tea. He loves fucking tea. Alright. Top D. Just imagine. You're my beautiful wife, Top D. Role play. I'm not teabagging a cup of water. You're my beautiful wife, Top D. What are you getting me for my birthday to make me happy? What is it gonna be? Think carefully before you may live to regret this. That was crap. Except... this is a moment I've trained for my whole life. I'd rather not. You misunderstood what Alez meant when he gave you instructions about his post box. I very rarely understood anything Alez has ever said. Sir, you're right. I'll buy you a nice sweatshirt in a pastel shade. With a pleasing embroidery. Yeah? Would it have any religious overtones to it, Alez? Think carefully about how you answer that. Think carefully. Oh, did we get any new followers? It's been like, what, 4 hours? Alright, everybody follow now before the stream is over. Nighthawk, thanks for 3 months. Zelda, thanks for your funny messages. Teabagging. Come on, grow up, dude. Before you make me throw up. Thanks to my mom for resubbing for 28 months. I've been streaming for like 50 months. Well, that's cool, you know. She hopped on the bandwagon a bit late.
You weep.
What every man wants for his birthday, a roast kookaburra with a pleasing, with a side of tender greens. Oh man, remember when I was on my shtick? One of my shticks was hating on tender greens, and then Vigil, I think it was Vigil, was like, "Oh man, tender greens is so delicious." Oh, I just catered tender greens to just, and He's like, oh, I eat it every day. Like Mitchell is just like the Mac Daddy sponsor of Tender Greens. Frankly, I couldn't believe it. Oh, the sun is up. Almost. That is not in bed. What's up, base man? We got 6 wins with a warrior. I remember the good wife that I am. The good wife that you are would take me to Burger King for some chicken stars. At Carl's Jr. for some chicken stars. Not some yucky tender greens. He had a steak. Yeah, I mean, not a steak. It was like, I don't know, it's like a slab of meat, marinated and cut up and whatnot. It wasn't a steak. It was rat meat. Sun is down here. Where do you live? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I really want to eat a sandwich. Oh, I looked up that track by Mo. Where's, I don't know if Smellyhead's here. The final song or something. The final kiss. He was like, oh yeah, you'll definitely know that one. You'll definitely love it. I listened to it. Didn't know shit about it. I'd never heard of it. 3, 4. Card's too strong to pass. That Mo track. But I knew the other track, the one they remixed on the Synthy Wave tunes. That's not it. That wasn't it either. What happened? Oh, he frostbit me. How sweet. Click that thing. Click that thing. And then.
You love my new recipe.
I could use a stubborn suspect this turn. You never heard that one? No, I hadn't. I checked it out though. Well, yeah, I did. I kind of was doing a little bit of clicking and clacking, you know. Hit the 4/4. Okay, cool. I don't really want this stuff. Whatever. What are you gonna do? However, this one I knew before the 80s remix. Actual music? No, it's a synthwave remix. Don't worry. Don't worry. Put some electro bips and bops in there.
I'm gonna win big.
This one was made by Highway Superstar. Song same. No, this is made. No, this is a song by Highway Superstar, which sampled just a small enough amount of Mo's vocal cords to be free use and give us permission.
Drink with me.
Listen to this part. When he's hitting the dum, dum, dum.
What the fuck?
Still fucked. I would like to know how to stop dodging that shit again. At the start of the meta, I actually had a chance to play some games. Now I had Lucid Glaive Shark, Diver, Reaper. I've had so many non-games in the last week. They come in waves, it feels like. And, you know, I'm just assuming, Smelly, that I play a lot more than you. I'm not sure if that's true, but I'm assuming I'm the sucker that has to play the most. And, like, sometimes you just roll 3 or 4 bad drafts in a row. We had 2 or 3 today. And sometimes you roll 4 or 5 good runs in a row, or like 8 runs in a row, and it's like, I spend 3 nights in a row just, like, winning non-stop for 25 hours, doing the same things, and then other nights, you do, you know, 8, you do 10 runs in 2 nights, and your max is like 6 wins, and you're like, fuck me. Your good deck goes 6. I think that's just, honestly, I think that's kind of just what Hearthstone is these days. where you're just kind of more at the mercy of what your opponent's doing rather than what you're doing. It's like, hey, I can play a Gangplank and a Mothership and go first, or I guess I'm going second, which is why, I mean, I think there is some skill, but it's like, yeah, I can play a Gangplank and a Mothership and win, or my opponent can play them and I can lose. So you really only have two options. 8, 10, 11, 4, 1. Just making up numbers. You do indeed. Okay, okay. And it's not something I'm necessarily proud of. I have no idea what I'm doing. This turn is terrible. Why'd I do this? I just want to squeeze in hero powers, but I mean, a bunker's pretty good, right? Does Team Liquid pay you to wear the hat? No. I asked them to send me more hats because I, for whatever reason, just refused to buy a new hat. Even though I had that old one that kind of hurt my head and dried my skin out when I wore it. That Pikachu one. But they sent me these as a courtesy. And then when I messaged my guy that sends me stuff, Nox, you see him in here sometimes, Noxramus. Noxaurus, I don't know what his... No, it's not Noxramus. I know his name. Nox on Discord. But Noxaurus, when he's here, he was like, oh, we'll see if we can get you a custom-made Liquid hat. I don't know if he was serious, but yeah, they're usually pretty cool with me. So was F2K, honestly. F2K was pretty cool. But yeah, they don't care. I mean, I'm sure they would prefer if I wear the hat and all the Liquid gear. And frankly, I like it. I actually think it's cool stuff. And I think it's cool. And it's free. I like not spending money on stuff and just, it's like, whatever, what do I care what shirt I wear? And I think it's cool. The stuff's comfortable. It's high quality. It's higher than like spending 10 bucks on a shitty shirt at Target anyway, so. The Curse of Noxaurus. No. Nox, is he here right now? Not here. But no, like Noxaurus? Noxauras? Something like that, like Noxosaurus. I don't know. On Discord, he's just Nox, so I call him Mr. Nox. Still like to treat a lot of the esports streaming stuff as semi-professional. Professional, you know. Try to do a good job, the best of my ability. You'll sweat it into a yellowish mass yourself in 2 weeks. Mass?
Little time. More bones to gnaw.
I don't think you can win, John. Does this mean we have to keep playing? Seems that the answer is yes. But we might get a new follower, you never know, it could happen. Seems like we're incapable of gaining followers outside of the range of like 9:30 p.m. and 5 a.m. Plaque-ridden mammal. What? Do you know what plaque is? I don't think you do, my friend. My fair-weathered friend. I don't think you know what plaque is. The one thing that leads me to believe that you don't know what plaque is, because why would plaque get on my hat? Not making out with a hat. Thanks for the 25 bits, though. We get a couple follows every day when you're off stream now. Yeah? I see that. There's like a window where it will show me on Twitch. Which that's pretty cool. Alez said I was a B- lately on like the social something or other. Oh man, I'd love to upgrade to a B. But yeah, it will show me. Sometimes I'll look. Sometimes like right after we host somebody, we'll get a couple follows, and then I assume that some people will follow from YouTube. We gotta pay ReviewGeek more, but currently we give him all of the YouTube revenue, so really it would be just better if more people just subscribed and watched, or like hit some buttons or whatnot. That would help me out. Well, that would probably help him out. This most recent video started out really hot and then kind of tapered off and gained us 1 subscriber, so that's pretty cool. You're a low down dirty bee already. Yeah, but I want to be a clean bee. You chew. It's not my fault you chew your hat when you're broke, when you're bored. Oh god, it's not your fault, it's my fault. I'm hungry and I guess that's my fault. My fault for not having food, Zelda. Look at me, I'm Zelda bibbidi boo. I spam letters. That's what he does. That B- was measuring YouTube? I thought it was like everything. It's like a social grade. Social media grade thing? Well, Liz probably knows. Grader. I don't know. Whatever he linked. He's always bibbity bobbiting booing like Zelda or whatever. You know? Or like a evil witch.
I have things you never knew you wanted.
Do 2 cards. I guess I take Devouring Swarm. If I'm being completely honest, I don't remember what that card does, and I'm gonna read it after I cherry pick a few songs. Oh baby! All right, there's one. This looks like the stream may be ending soon. Oh, it was just YouTube? Oh, I got a B- on YouTube, dude. They got an easy grading system. We definitely sometimes choose an enemy minion. Get 5 1/1s.
Get him.
Don't call me evil witch, you vile misshapen yam. Streamers need therapy.com. My mom's still here. Bo, come on, dude. Gotta head off. Thanks for streaming. I outlasted Martha. Oh, Martha, I'm gonna be streaming until you come by tomorrow. I won't take any time off. Thank you for being here. Thank you for appreciating Lord of the Rings. Thank you for putting up with Poet. I know it can be very difficult. I'm inclined to agree. I'm also financially obligated to agree. This should almost certainly be on this side. Not that I assume it matters, but in the 1% of the 1% that it matters, it should be over here. And I really fucked up. Playing against a guy who's traded 4 Amulet of Undyings. 4 different ones? I've had 4 in a deck before. Whoa, that was so good for him. What with clearing my... How did he do that so fast? It's kind of a hard turn to figure out, no? That was absurdly powerful. I wonder which one I'm gonna take. Sucker, I'm coming back for you. Oh, I'll take Gangplank. No, I'm just kidding. I've never cast this card in my life. I'm really hoping it pulls a Mountain Bear. Portland sex party music. Oh, I live closer to that place than Germany. I'll struggle to put up with Poet. No, we don't. We love him. You know who really loves him? You know who used to message me sometimes about Poet on the side was Sarmi. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, like what's the deal with Poet?" And like not like what's the deal with Poet, but like I was like, I don't know. I mean, this is back when Poet worked on a boat. I used to talk to her. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, yeah." Like, does he really work on a boat? I was like, I have no idea. I think so. 50-50? I mean... Kill this guy. 2 rates on a 1 to -10. What kind of chest cheats is this? I sent something red and beardy. There's a rave warehouse in Portland was on dope shows. I don't know if the term like rave warehouse is something that inherently interests me a lot, but fuck. Would have been so much better if I had not gotten punished. If I hit that one, I think we're in a pretty good spot. We play this, we trade another one. I mean, it's optimistic. It was a 1 in 3, but man, that would have been great. I think we're far enough behind against 7-win Druid playing well. Spammy clearing us, getting punished by Spammy. What else can we roll? We can roll a Beetle. We can roll a Ram. Or we can roll a Mountain Bear. It's 1 in 3. which is kind of cool. Like, sometimes your luck just runs out amalgam. Anytime you see that delay from yellow to green, you know you rolled amalgam. Not super applicable, but it does show that I play this game too much. It's built into a warehouse and it's unmarked. The first time I went there, I didn't know where to go. Because I got there early and they don't open until 10 p.m. Then I saw some people hanging out and smoking. I love Chiba's life. It just sounds like what you'd see on like a TV show or something. You'd see this type of behavior on a TV show. Like, yeah, I didn't know where to go, so I just saw a bunch of people smoking and then I just started hanging out. Oh, cool. Not bad. I think we're dead. Alright, let's open a couple of packs. We're gonna wrap it up for the night. 7-win Hunter, Infinite Hunter. May even make it onto the YouTube. You never know. I don't think we put up a Hunter run this whole meta. I'm gonna hit a stream marker and let RefuGeek decide. But it's always nice to diversify what you throw up there, I think. Everybody do me a big favor. If you have not yet already followed, please do so. If you're already following and want to help me out a small amount, maybe subscribe to the YouTube or leave a comment and hit the like button. You could even follow me on Twitter.